What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back here with ZB.
Hello everybody.
Second time on the channel.
Another honour. I'm glad to be back, thank you.
The only guest at current stage. I mean, you were so good on the last one that you've just come back straight away. Nobody else.
Thank you.
So yeah, today, guys, we wanted to talk about some personal development things, and something I've been thinking about recently is the importance of going about getting success and getting fame the right way. You know, in my view, I think there are a lot of people in our generation that see fame as so valuable that they will go about any means necessary to go and get it, and within the process maybe tarnish their legacy, tarnish their public image, tarnish people's perception of them, and subsequently they do eventually get the thing that they're after, but it's not as valuable as the guy who has dug in and worked really, really hard to get his success and gone about it in a morally and ethically clean way. It's something that I feel so strongly about. You make content as well, I make content, and it's really important with what you put out there online. If you guys listening are ever considering making content or building a personal brand, to go about it the right way and stick to who you are. It's something that I try and do with anything and everything that I put out there, and I know we've talked about this before. It's something that's important to you, so tell us a little bit about what keeping that personal brand strong and consistent means to you.
Well, first of all, if you're posting about something you're passionate about, you're going to want to do it forever. You know, if you're forcing yourself to love something, it's going to become a bit of a ball ache in a way, because you're not going to love the process. Like, you know, the thing with content creation is the start will always be the hardest part, where you're not seeing the results that you might want or you might expect. You might think you've posted a really good video and it's about something you love, but you're not seeing it. It's got 200 views on TikTok or something like that. And sometimes that's quite annoying and you might feel gutted with that. But if you stick at it because it's something you love, for example, the gym. Like, I love the gym, or football. You love football, or whatever it is that you love, and you're posting about that, eventually, you can stay consistent with it, it will grow. And you'll love it forever, so you might as well post about it. But if it's something that you don't enjoy, let's say I don't enjoy rugby, but I know rugby content might do really well.
It's trending right now. Everything rugby right? is going crazy.
So I'm like, fuck it, sorry.
You're good.
Alright, I'm going to post about rugby, and I'm forcing myself every day recording these videos about rugby, and they're getting no views. Eventually I'm going to give up. So if it's something you're passionate about, don't give up. Because if you stick to the process, trust the process, you will get to where you want to go to.
There will come a point where it does work. I mean, you know it yourself, nearly arriving at 10,000 followers on your TikTok page, focusing on health and fitness. Two things that you're very passionate about. But of course, like you mentioned in your previous example, there were times where you're getting 200 views and you're getting 10 likes or whatever. And of course, it's amazing if you get one like, that somebody goes out their way and likes your content. But when you're consistently trying really hard and you don't feel like this video did as well as it should have done, or this piece of work didn't do as well as it should have done, there is this feeling of dejection. And sometimes I think the point I was trying to make is I see a lot of people that will give up very quickly and then go and put something out there that's either controversial or intentionally provocative, or just something that is like a very quick success route, you know, something maybe that is involving them breaking their character in some kind of way. And I think it's important to nail home the message that, look, it's going to take a really long time. It's going to take a really long time. And for you guys that are looking to build your social media or build a personal brand or build a business, be prepared to do it for 10 years. But I see so many examples of people who get quick success, who get the results that they dreamed of unexpectedly from, you know, maybe something that essentially in some senses they took a shortcut from, and they never really handle it as well as the guy who spent years and years and years honing his craft and developing those skills and building that brand. I think although we all want the shiny things, although we all want a certain amount of money in our bank accounts, you've got to think about it in a different way. You should go for your goals and build your brand and build your business, not for what is to arrive at the end, but for what it will make of you on the way. I introduced you to Jim Rohn not too long ago, and this is something that he preaches a lot. It's actually something that he learned from one of his mentors, and it's the idea that you should do things for what it will make of you. You know, he set a goal to become a millionaire when he was very young. And his motivation at the start was, who doesn't want $1 million, right? But as his mentor started to discuss with him the ins and outs of this process and why he should do it, he realized very quickly it wasn't about the £1 million. It was about the skills that he would learn and the type of person that he would become to make £1 million. And this is the thing, it's like so many guys will dive in there on the train of quick success. And then they get their success, they're in the spotlight, and you know, they've been pretending to be something they're not, or they've done something that completely goes against who they are to get what they have. And I think although it's, you know, the numbers, the followers and everything like that on paper is wonderful, it's great, well done. They're never happy, they're never truly content. And I think it's what you're doing, what I'm trying to do, in the long term, you're going to be able to look back and reflect on in a more positive way, because you don't feel like you've drifted too far from who you actually are, or at all, you know?
Because with those people you mentioned, we don't actually name them, but the ones who have taken that quick route to success, the spotlight will eventually fade, and they won't feel the love for what they want to do anymore, because they've reached the goal, and they're making a bit of money, but they're not going to want to do it forever, so they'll eventually fall off. So if you look at the people that your favorite content creators, have a look at them, and most of the time they've probably done it the proper way. They've started what they wanted to do, live streams or YouTube videos, and they've stuck at it. They haven't stopped. They've just been grinding and non-stop posting about what they're passionate about. So yeah, have a look at those guys, and yeah, they're the ones usually doing it the proper way, and that's why they're at the top consistently for years.
Well, that's the model, isn't it? If you look at guys like Chris Williamson, who started his podcast, I don't know, maybe like, it's probably past 5 years ago now at this stage where we're at, but it was genuinely a very low production as such, you know. It's just his computer to start with, a couple of basic microphones, and then with the consistency and with the time and the traction that the channel gained and speaking to different people over years, the quality improved and improved and improved, and now it's, I think, quite literally the second most streamed podcast in America, behind Rogan, of course. I mean, that's pretty hard to beat.
He's not even an American guy.
No, of course, but it just shows the consistency.
Yeah.
But like you say, there are a lot of guys who take that shortcut and they fall off, because it's like, yes, it gets you to a certain point, but there's fame and success gone about the right way, and then there's kind of cheap, quick fame, and the proper real success is up here and the cheap fame is down there. And over a period of 20 years, the person who went about getting their success really quickly will be forgotten in conversation, but the person who was consistent and stayed true to who they really are and built things up slowly, professionally, the right way, will be remembered. So look, if we wrap things up and just leave a little message to say, if you are building something and you have aspirations and ambitions to grow something special, build your personal brand, build your business, go about it the right way. Don't take the shortcuts. Don't do something just because you think it's going to get clicks in the moment, because these actions do have consequences for you down the line. You know, you don't want to be associated with that one controversial video that you made because it went viral. You want to be associated with the body of work that you put together consistently over a long period of time that puts you in a better light and makes you stand out as a consistent but overall good addition to the space. Have you got anything to add before we close up?
I just think if you want to build a legacy, it's going to take a long time. That cheap success isn't going to leave you with a legacy. It's going to be almost like, imagine you're making a painting of a mountain. I've heard this similar quote, but it's just like each brush is going to take so long. I'm absolutely butchering this quote. Okay? But all I'm saying is, when you want to leave a legacy, it's going to take ages, right?
It takes time.
If you want to make a lovely painting, it's going to take a long time, isn't it? You can always make a painting, but sometimes it's a load of shit. and they're not going to be the ones that I remember. The Mona Lisa must have taken ages.
Oh, for sure.
It's left a legacy going on generations.
But it's the difference between a painting and a masterpiece, right?
Yeah.
So
Mona Lisa is a masterpiece, right? That's left a legacy throughout humanity. It's going to go on forever, that piece. So, you know, that must have taken him days, years to build that.
Well, probably a very long time. So I think we can say you're going to be producing a piece of art with your life, with whatever you choose to do. You can make a painting or a masterpiece. It is up to you. The blueprint is already there. But look, guys, thank you very much for tuning in today. Thank you very much for coming back on. You know, you're the only guest. You come back twice, and I'd love to have you on again at some point, and we can make another bit of content for the people. Look, guys, if you are new around here, be sure to subscribe, like the video, comment your thoughts down below. Go and check out Zac's channel as well. I'm going to leave his TikTok, all his links down below in the description. Go and show him some support. He's really close to 10,000 on TikTok, so if you guys go over there and help him out, we're going to get him that number real soon. Then you're on the Creator Fund, right?
I am.
It's big. It's big.
Can I just say, follow your passion, guys. Remember, follow your passion. That's it.
Fantastic. Yeah. As always, guys, thank you for your time and attention, and I will see you in the next one.